Hi all, let's have another interesting inner chess nutshell game, and today's game is James McConnell against Paul Morphy. This was played when Morphy was around 12 years old, back in New Orleans, 1849. James McConnell, there's some bio at chessgames.com. He was a lawyer in New Orleans and a friend of Paul Morphy. He was born in Baton Rouge and died in New Orleans. When Paul Morphy was given a chess book, he would read it, sometimes make notes in the book, and then give the book back to his friend James McConnell. James was the first contributor to the 5th American Chess Congress, which was held in New York in 1880. He donated all his writings and collections to Tulane University. Let's have a look at this game. So James starts with e4. Paul Morphy plays e5. We have a king's gambit, protecting the pawn. After bishop c4, a very, very nice move, bishop g7. This really makes sense with g5 because black's really trying to control the dark squares. So positionally, this looks like a really good idea. d3, h6. Now we have knight f6, teasing white to play e5, but then of course there is things like perhaps knight g4 is actually playable. Let's have a quick look actually at e5 here. Probably it's a little bit dodgy because the knight has no escape square back here. Maybe best is just retreating the knight. So it's a bit of provocation, or knight h7. Even that looks strange, but yeah, knight g8 might be. It's okay for black. Bit of provocation. It's ignored here actually with c3. Now this is a routine typical of the age, b5, to accelerate constructing a challenge to the centre with this little gambit here, counter gambit to white's earlier one. c6, constructing the centre rapidly, was a common pattern it seems. E takes, c takes, so the benefit's kind of understood intuitively it seems by many players. Bishop e6, bishop b3, black castles, d4, which does mean the e4 square is quite nice, and Paul Morphy pounces there. Bishop c2, and now that's really reinforced, and you can see, look at black's actual central control is magnificent, and piles on the pressure to that sensitive d4 square. White weakens that square now, and pawn. Yes, it's a quick collapse from here. Bishop takes d4, check is played. So that's a very interesting way of playing it. Is it better than knight takes d4? Let's have a quick look actually. The engine point of view, just out of interest, actually gives g4 as one of the stronger moves, but yeah, knight takes d4 is also strong. I mean, there's quite a few moves that are strong here. Bishop takes d4 check. Knight takes, we have queen d3, queen was attacked, queen b6. The king tries to step out of danger, but after knight takes c2, is the 12-year-old Paul Morphy aware of a nice mating pattern here? He does play knight f2 check, and yes, guess what? He plays knight h3 check, and here, black to play. I hope you know this mating pattern yourself. If I give you 5 seconds, starting from now. It's a classic smothered mate. Queen g1 check. After rook takes, knight f2 checkmate. A cute game from Paul Morphy, 12 years old. It seemed to control the dark squares very well. Positionally, it was very, very nice. And of course, aware of nice forcing moves and mating patterns like the smothered mate. Seems to come instinctively to the young Paul Morphy. Okay, comments, questions, likes appreciated. Thanks very much.